Good afternoon and thanks for joining us for Living Local, your lifestyle show for everything Charleston and beyond. I'm ASHLEIGH, MESSERVY. So today we're hanging out at Wando High School where we're going to learn all about the College Planning Center and why you and your teen should consider them before you begin the search for the right school. Joining us today, Chris Parsons with the College Planning Center. Thanks for having me here. We're actually at Wando in a classroom. It's been a long time since I've been in one of these, but it hasn't been that long since you've been in one of these, right?
It is not. I started off in education and I actually taught at Wando back in 2009, 2011, so it's good to be back.
Okay, talk to me about how you started the College Planning Center.
Well, as a teacher, and specifically as an English teacher, we were the ones the kids would come to for help on their essays for college, and then I just began to see a need for even more help that they needed. And so as I helped more kids and saw more kids disillusioned at the end of the process, we said, I've got to figure out something we can do to help them more. And so I started the College Planning Center in order to give those kids more guidance beyond just the essays.
And let's talk about the fact that, you know, the next stage, college, can be overwhelming. How competitive is it right now?
It's it's very competitive. I mean, it's ultra competitive now. We're seeing the numbers drop even at our state schools. Clemson's getting close to 50% acceptance rate. Carolina's dropping, College Charleston's dropping. So even schools in the past that might have been what kids might term as safety school, our own state schools aren't even a safe bet anymore. Okay,
so let's say a parent's thinking the fact that their kid may or may not be the college type. How do you handle those situations?
We work with kids on a vast array of things. We work with kids that even are going to do the gap year or that are looking at schools that may be different than the ones they thought they were going to go to coming to us. So our job is to manage expectations so that we can build a list of schools that are attainable for those kids and that are the better fit. The kids will make decisions left to their own devices that are many times not in their best interest or not really realistic. So we are going to show them, you know, a more realistic way to go with it. Okay, so let's just talk about the process. So parent, child comes in, where do they go from there? Our parents come in, we start off with a initial free consultation. They come in and we will give them a snapshot of where they are at that moment, whether they're a freshman, sophomore, junior, even a senior, and we'll show them what they need to do in order to give themselves the best possible chance to get into the schools they're looking for. And so we'll show them all the things they need to do from test prep all the way up through actually applying to school, and we will show them this is the game plan we need to put into effect for you. And the plan is the key. Okay, so I think it's crazy these days. You hear about people starting, you know, they're taking the pre-SAT and stuff at like 6 years old. So, but what age are people typically coming to see you? You know, we like to come to us earlier. The earlier, the better.
Like how early?
Ninth grade is ideal, okay. 9th and 10th grade. But even coming to us as a junior, we can do a lot for them with test prep, through building a curriculum, through building a college list. But the more time we have, the better, because colleges are looking for not only what you're doing in the classroom and test prep now, they're looking for what you're doing extracurricular-wise, community service-wise. Those are the kind of things that kids will let go because they don't know. And we're going to show them that what they're doing all 4 years, both in and out of the classroom, will make a difference for them. And so are you typically pushing, not pushing children, but steering them towards four-year colleges as opposed to, you know, tech schools, or do you really just kind of see where it goes? We see each kid as an individual. Each kid we do a personal approach to each child. And when we look at that child, we may say, okay, this child, you know, maybe a 2-year degree and it makes more sense, or maybe a gap year makes more sense, but it's never predetermined before we see them. When we see them, we make that determination based on what we see from them. Okay, well, tell us just one real quick success story, or, you know, that we can kind of see how this whole thing progresses. I think for us, the ones that we feel the best about are the kids that come to us with, you know, this maybe a notion of where they want to go to school, and when they leave us, they have changed dramatically where they are thinking about going, and the list they have then is completely different than the one they came to us with. And not only does they change the list, but they end up getting into the school. We have one get into Furman with a full scholarship. Wow. And you know, when she came to us, she was looking at a very different number of schools, and that was the best fit for her. And I think the maturity to make that decision and to see what we were trying to preach to her, I think that made us feel like, you know, they really are taking to heart what we're saying to them. And you're making a significant impact that will last years and years and years to come. Yeah, it's the biggest financial decision students and parents are going to make in their lifetime now, and so they have to really put some thought into it. And we show them that the knowledge really is power. Alrighty,
Well, thank you so much. And of course, for more information, you can visit their website at collegeplanningscenters.com.